What if your body was a gift and contribution to your life and not something that you've been stuck with? What if your body could change quickly and easily? Right Body for You will inspire you and show you a different way of creating the body and the life you truly desire. Now here's your host, Donnielle.
And welcome to Right Body for You. I am your host, Donnielle, and as always, having an adventure with my body and always getting to share that with you. Because, you know, there's something about the start of each show that for me is just kind of friggin' hilarious. So I'm sitting here and I hear, your show will start in 5 seconds. And I'm like, oh, I should get chapstick. So, of course, it's across the room. And somebody, may have been me, forgot that I had a headset in, which was attached to the computer. So, like every good comedy show out there, you can only imagine what the reaction was like. But hey, you know what? Quick recovery. I am here. Yes, video. I know I do need to video these radio shows. It's friggin' hilarious. So yes, welcome to Right Body for You with me, your host, Donnielle, a different type of radio show with a different type of host. We like to have fun. You know, I've been working with bodies for over 30 years. You know, I started with my mom being the nutritionist, doing the Health Talk radio show, and then, you know, 8.5 years ago, I started working with Right Body for You and Access Consciousness and all that kind of stuff. And honestly, one of the things besides communication with the body that, you know, you've listened to me talk for 5 minutes, I'm all about communication with the body. But all the other things that, all the other different modalities or concepts or healing things that I've heard about bodies, one of the things they missed was fun. You know, it's like, well, bodies are serious because honestly, it's about life and death. So of course, it has to be serious. But I don't know about you, but one of my body's favorite things to do is laugh, giggle, and be silly. And I can't tell you how much 5 minutes of laughing and giggling and being silly makes me feel better makes my body feel better faster than drugs or alcohol out of somebody else's body or anything like that. So please, 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 what would it be like if you actually just had fun? If you were able to laugh and giggle, what would that might create? You know, there's a interesting challenge, home play, whatever you would like to call it. I'm going to challenge you, home play, whatever you'd like to call it, to laugh 5 minutes a day. If you're not laughing 5 minutes a day, what would it take to laugh 5 minutes a day? Okay? That, my friends, is not actually the topic of the show, but we're going to put it out there because I am energy's bitch. I follow the energy. All right, so today we're actually talking about, are you in your body or is your body in you? You know, this is one of my favorite topics, and it actually took me a little while to wrap my head around some of this. You know, we're taught that we are in our bodies. We are taught that we are either a little spark in there, and that's the soul, and our body is this container, this shell, this pod, to contain that infinite being, to contain that soul. Or, you know, it's not a little spark, but we're us, the infinite being, are just the same size, shape as everything has our bodies, because we've all seen that movie where somebody dies and then the spirit comes out and it looks exactly like the body. Isn't that a coincidence? Looks exactly like the body. And so we've actually been taught that this is the way that we are. So when Gary Douglas, the founder of Access Consciousness, which, you know, Right Body for You is a part of Access Consciousness, the first time I heard him say, are you in your body, is your body in you? I kind of went, oh, of course we're in our bodies. Hello. Haven't you read the scriptures? Haven't you seen that movie? Haven't you read that book? I did. Hello, silly man. You notice there's no actual question in there. I mean, there was the snarky, sarcastic question of, haven't you read the books or seen the movies? Hello. Might have had a small judgment attached with that, though. And so I did this. I'm like, okay, if I'm willing to question everything, if I'm willing to add question to everything, what I can ask that. So I went, truth, am I in my body or is my body in me? And again, this is not someplace we want to go cognitively. It's not like, oh, I want to try to figure it out so I can get the awareness and then it just makes sense. That's not what asking questions is about. Asking questions about tapping into your knowing, tapping into that awareness. It's actually beyond the cognitive. Sometimes it does come with some cognitive thoughts. Sometimes it does come with cognitive words or stories or memories or possibilities of action and things like that. But asking questions is beyond the cognitive reality, okay? So when I use the light heavy tool, yes, am I in my body or is my body in me? And I was going for what is true for me makes me feel light. What is heavy for me is a lie, okay? Whatever that feels like. And I'm always a strong encourager of using the light heavy tool with your body, because your body actually helps you with this light heavy tool simply because it you perceive a lot of it through your body. Okay? I know for me, a lightness can feel like a tingling, so that's a sensation my body's giving me. A heavy can feel like a weight on my chest or nauseousness, and that's a sensation my body's giving me. So is it the only way to perceive light and heavy? No. But your body is one of those ways we use a high percentage of the time. So I'm always strongly encouraging you to use light heavy tool with honestly everything, but as a way to strengthen that communication with your body. So I asked, I'm like, okay, so truth, am I in my body or is my body in me? And before I actually get to what I received, I'm going to ask you guys to do this too, okay? Anything that is true for you makes you feel light. Anything that is heavy for you is a lie, or a lie you're trying to believe, okay? So what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask this, each one, and pause for a moment. And what I want you to do is kind of, I like calling it copying an energetic feel. And C is light, heavy, and we're just going to play with it, okay? So I'd like you all to do this with me. Again, beyond cognitive thought. I'm not asking you to think of anything or try to figure out how that might look or how that might not look, or just beyond all cognitive thought. Tap into your knowing, okay? All right, so those of you who are not driving, close your eyes. And truth, are you the infinite being in your body? Yes? No? Does it feel light? Does it feel heavy? And everywhere you guys are trying to figure out what's heavy, what's light, am I doing this right, I'm doing this wrong? Truth, will you be willing to destroy it? Great, all that. Cool. Right, wrong, good, apple, pocket, knife, shorts, boys, and beyond. Cool. We're getting some answers in the chat room of heavy. Okay, so truth, is your body and you the infinite being? Yes? No? Does it make you feel light? Or does it make you feel heavy? Cool. We're getting responses in the chat room of, yes, it's light, that your body is in you. This is what I got too, 10,000 million gazillion years ago, this lifetime, when I asked that question. Somebody said, yay, what do I win? You win awareness. Woohoo! Congratulations. Have a good day. Thank you for coming. Please play again another time. All right. we don't have any fun in the chat room, you guys. If you have never joined us in the chat room, please do. It's all you have to do is go to a2zen.fm, and on the top menu there is a chat room. You type in a name. Sometimes it's even your name, but you can type in your name and join the chat. You don't have to download anything. It's really easy. So please do join us. You can ask questions. You can make smart-ass comments. Like, honestly, what tends to happen a lot with my radio shows, I can't imagine why. Ooh, somebody just signed in as smart-ass. I love it. Thank you very much. See, like I said, if we don't get any fun, we don't have any fun on these shows, because you know what? Bodies is serious. Life and death. Everything that is, everywhere we're taking it so serious that we're not having any fun along the way. Truth, would you be willing to story not great, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, for pocket life, boys, and beyond. Cool. Thank you. All right, so this is the same response I got. Like I said, 10 bazillion, gazillion, million, bazillion years ago, this lifetime, because that's how long ago it feels sometimes, that my body was in me. I'm like, wait a minute. I've been taught in church and by movies that I'm in my body, that this time on earth is a trial for me, and that the body is the thing to get through, and once we die, we're beyond our bodies, and we're exalted, and, well, you know, we're in our bodies then, because it's like this prison, this capsule, this pod that we're in. So what do you mean my body's in me? And, you know, I really wanted to argue with it, but who am I arguing with? Awareness? Has anybody ever tried to argue with awareness? Actually, I guess I have. It doesn't work really well. The conversation kind of goes like this. Wait a minute. It feels light that my body's in me, and it feels heavy that I'm in my body. What do you mean? Nothing, right? It's like, what? Well, that can't be right because all the books say this. Silence. Just space. You know, I guess I have tried to argue with awareness, and that's kind of how it went. Until I asked a question, and then asked the question something like, what does that look like? What else is possible with this? What more awareness can I have about my body being in me? And then awareness decides to respond. It will give you something else besides space. Arguing with awareness. Kind of a one-sided conversation. Asking questions with awareness, there's some give and take. Arguing with awareness, space, nothing. So like, when you have a question, let us know. We'll come back to you. Speaking of coming back, we are going to take a break, and then we're going to come back. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about, when I asked those other questions, what actually came up. Okay, so this is Donnielle. This is Right Body for You. We're on a2zen.fm, and you know what? We'll be right back.
What if your body could be an ease and not a burden? What would life be like if you could enjoy your body? What if changing your body was easier than we've been taught? And what if it's not about the latest fad? Join Donnielle each week on Right Body for You as she explores what bodies are and the ease of change that's possible. Each week you will receive inspirational stories of those who've used the Right Body for You energetic tools to change their body, and the tools that they used, tools that you can begin to use immediately. Listen for Right Body for You every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on a2zen.fm.
What if you really do change molecules by your interaction with them? What if the change you've been looking for is right before your eyes? What if the uncomfortableness that comes with difference could be fun? What if the closed-minded people of the world no longer determined our world? What if gratitude trumps judgment every time? What if your kindness healed the world? What if the earth is asking for your help? And what if you had the resources to give it? This is your invitation to step into something that Einstein, Marie Curie, Picasso, Da Vinci, Shakespeare, Aristotle all knew to be true. Hi, my name is Dane here. 13 years ago I started to truly ask questions. Actually, I started to be the question, and everything changed for me. What if there are no dumb questions? Or any question too large? What if you being you are the gift and the change this world requires? Is now the time? For more questions to create a change in your world, sign up for a free video series at beingyouclass.com. My gift to you, beingyouclass.com.
This is Right Body for You with Donnielle. To participate in the program today, please call in the U.S. 815-880-8255 or Canada 613-800-8763 or UK 4433-0001-0625. You can Skype us at a2zen.fm. Or if you'd like to email a question, please send it to Donnielle@accessconsciousness.com. Now, back to the program.
And welcome back to Right Body for You. I am your host, Donnielle. Before we get too far, I'd really like to make sure and remember to invite you guys to the Right Body for You book club. We are about an hour and a half away from Chapter 3, the third call in this series. 14 weeks, 14 chapters in the Right Body for You book. And the only prereq is having the book and then reading the book. And it is free to everyone. Have the book, read the book, join in the conversation. We're doing it 14 weeks in a row. Like I said, today is the third one, and it is rocking. I'm having so much fun, and we're only 2 in, and the response I've been getting is fantastic. Thank you so much. This is amazing. And just really getting in depth with the Right Body for You book, which, as we're on the Right Body for You radio show, occasionally I forget to mention, hey, by the way, it's a book. It is a book, and we're going through it free to you. Have the book, read the book, and see what's going on. We have 900 people at this time signed up for it, and it is growing each week. Because there are replays. We're doing it video. You know how a lot of people on my radio show is always like, well, we want to see, when I almost pulled my head off with my headset trying to get to my chapstick. Well, come on the Right Body for You video Zoom conversation, because you get to see me and my body and all of our silly glory and faces. And so we have a good time with that. So you can still sign up at any time. It doesn't matter that we started. Read the book, catch it up. It's really, really easy. Excuse me. All right. So we said facial expressions, golden. And what's fun is a lot of people are like, they've read the book before, but going through it in this depth is really like, wow, I've never read this book before. It's having so much fun. And I tell you guys what, having 900 people and more reading the book or rereading the book, the energy around the possible that is change with bodies is palpable. So please, 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 please check it out. You can go to Right Body for You book club, The Continuing Story, I think it is, on Facebook, or you can go to DonnielleCarter.accessconsciousness.com and sign up. So please do check it out. Even if you don't have the book yet, you can download it on Kindle and read it chapter 3, because I think it's the shortest chapter in the book. So after the radio show, you can start reading it and still join us for the time for the third one. Woohoo! How's it get better than that? All right. Like Carol just said, I've read the book at least 3 times. This book club is like reading it brand new. Thank you, Carol. Me too, which is pretty dang cool. So I'm enjoying going through it. Check it out. Right Body for You book club. Have the book, read the book, join the book club. Oh, I like that. Have the book, read the book, join the book club. All right. So are you in your body, or is your body in you. Okay? So before the break, I had you guys all ask the question, and we copped our energetic feel. Yes, it sounds just dirty enough, then it makes me giggle and smile, which, you know my body likes, so that works. And we got that our body is in us. We are not like previously believed that we are this little spark of something inside our bodies. Anybody else see that random Twilight Zone episode where the mad scientist doctor goes in search of the soul, and he's always cutting up the bodies trying to find the soul? Little twisted, little gross, but Twilight Zone-esque, definitely. And he found a little spark, right? And and that was always something. He found a little spark in a live body instead of a dead body, but that's a whole other plot point that I won't get into because it's just little like ooey for this conversation today. But I remember seeing that as a kid, and while I believed it, I was like, well, yes, I have been taught we are in our bodies. For some reason, I always remembered that episode. I used to try to, push it off, going, well, it's because it was a gross episode. It was so disturbing. And of course, you remember it because I had to. I've been remembering. Nice language. I have remembered this episode of Twilight Zone for over 30 years. Something stuck me with it, and I tried to say it was disturbing because of violence or anything like that. But now I get what really disturbed me was the lie of it. That and the somewhere it didn't feel right in my universe. It felt heavy. One of the reasons light heavy is one of my favorite tools is because we use it all the time anyways. So something just wasn't right in my universe with finding this little spark inside this body. And so it's like, where have we not acknowledged the things that are beyond the cognitive, that when we don't think about it, we know it. Like this, I knew something wasn't right. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know how to ask a question then. I don't know about you, but it actually took me a long time to be able to learn how to ask questions again. Asking questions is something we're innately born with as a kid. It's who we be. We be in the question, and then it's beaten out of us over the years. Don't ask questions, you're just causing trouble. Don't ask questions because it just proves how stupid you are. Don't ask questions because you open up a floodgate of insanity or a floodgate of problems. Instead of ask a question to receive information, ask a question, be aware, ask a question because then more is possible. So for me, I didn't ask a lot of questions then. So now when I'm doing this, okay, so truth, am I in my body or is my body in me? And I got, wow, my body is in me. And, instead of after the argument with awareness that went nowhere, I asked a question. I'm like, okay, so what energy can I be? Something like, what energy can I be to receive more information about this? Because as much as it's like I like my knowing and the instantaneous thing beyond cognitive thought, I like to figure things out too. I'm like, more information. Anybody else always curious like that? Yeah, me too. And so I'm like, okay, well, what energy can I be to receive more information about this? And then one of the activities that I did is this. And I'm going to ask you guys to do it with me. Okay? So close your eyes unless you're driving. Close your eyes. Find the outside edges of your body. Can you find the top of your head with the hairs on it? Can you find your toenails? Can you find your elbows? Can you find your belly button? Yeah, you can find that. Okay, you can find the edges of that. So now, find the outside edges of you, the infinite being. Are you in the corner of the room you're sitting in? Are you out on the street, across the street with the neighbors? Are you here with me in this room? Are you in the mountains somewhere? Isn't it kind of interesting? You, the infinite being, are everywhere you look. Okay? Everything that brings up story and create it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pocket, nice, shorts, boys, and beyond. Well, look at that. You can find the outside edges of you, the body. But you can't find the outside edges of you, the infinite being. You are everywhere you look. Okay. So how can an infinite being that big be contained in something with outside edges? So everywhere we're trying to create a body to contain our infinite being, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate that, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, pocket, nice, shorts, boys, and beyond. Where have we made our bodies the storage container for infinite beings, for judgments, for insanities, for feelings, for emotions? Everything that is, destroy and uncreate it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pocket, nice, shorts, boys, and beyond. Okay. So I started looking at this. I'm like, okay, so what is this? What is the body then? You know? And the other thing about this is, you know, Gary Douglas, founder of Access and Consciousness and Right Body for You, also talks about embodiment is not just this body. Embodiment is this entire reality. And so for me, this was another piece of the, am I in my body or is my body in me? Because he's like, okay, so you embody this whole reality. Embodiment is not this body. And again, you know, you have that argument with yourself going, excuse me, embodiment, body. Hello, body, embodiment, the ment of body, embodiment. This isn't that hard to figure out. Look at it, right? Embodiment, body, hello. And so he said this again. He goes, embodiment is you embody this whole reality. Is not the fact that you have a body. Being in the body, that is not embodiment. And I'm like, again, I want to argue with awareness because I asked the question. I'm like, okay, so truth. Is embodiment my body? Like, no. Or do I embody this whole reality? And I got, yes. And I'm like, well, freak. Again, arguing with awareness doesn't really work. Asking questions, you get somewhere more. So we're going to take our next quick little break. And when we come back, I'm going to kind of walk you through this whole thing of embodying this whole reality and where the body actually fits in with that whole thing. Okay? All right, this is Right Body for You. We're on a2zen.fm, and we'll be right back.
What if your body could be an ease and not a burden? What would life be like if you could enjoy your body? What if changing your body was easier than we've been taught? And what if it's not about the latest fad? Join Donnielle each week on Right Body for You as she explores what bodies are and the ease of change that's possible. Each week you will receive inspirational stories of those who've used the Right Body for You energetic tools to change their body and the tools that they used, tools that you can begin to use immediately. Listen for Right Body for You every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on a2zen.fm.
Check out the new ringtones from Access Consciousness.
What is it possible? What is it possible? Smoking hot. Smoking hot.
And everyone's favorite,
Take a pass. Take a pass.
download the latest and hottest accessory. Go to accessconsciousness.com/ringtones for all the details on how to download to your iPhone today.
This is Right Body for You with Donnielle. To participate in the program today, please call in the U.S. 815-880-8255 or Canada 613-800-8763 or UK 4433-0001-0625. You can Skype us at a2zen.fm. Or if you'd like to email a question, please send it to Donnielle@accessconsciousness.com. Now, back to the program.
And welcome back to Right Body for You. Today we're talking about, are you in your body or is your body in you? And as we did earlier, we looked at this and went, okay, so it feels like that our body's in us. What the freak does that look like? So for me, the other element of this, after the insane attempt to argue with awareness, was that when Gary Douglas talks about we embody this whole reality. All right. So again, all of this is beyond thought. And I'm sharing with you how I began to perceive this because I'm still discovering nuances of this and different parts and the expansion of it. Because what's interesting is so often when we try to figure something out and somebody's put in the chat room, what did she die of? She argued with awareness. Oh dear, that's funny. Actually, it was Smartass that put that in the chat room. Yes, folks, she named herself Smartass. And so embodiment is embodying this whole reality. What does that look like? Well, for me, it looks like when we did that activity earlier of find the outside edges of your body, and then find the outside edges of you, you couldn't find the outside edges of you. You were everywhere you looked. So if you are everywhere you look, is it because you just put your attention there, or is it because you're already there? Okay. You know, in Access Consciousness and consciousness all over the world, we talk about this oneness thing. You know, consciousness, yay, oneness, yay. And who says it's actually two different things? What if this oneness and consciousness is actually some descriptive terms for something that is beyond our ability to describe? And in that oneness that we all are, what if it is the consciousness of who we be? Because we still have our personalities. We still have our uniqueness in all of this, okay? So, you know, if I'm sitting here and I'm looking at my kitchen, which I am looking at my kitchen with my body, but with my infinite being, I am there. I want you guys to start playing with this. Is it just because you put your attention there, or is it because you're already there? Is it when you put your attention there, you go, oh my gosh, wow, I didn't know my kitchen was there. It's like, no, you know it's there because you're there. Embodying this whole reality is literally that. We are everywhere. We are the oneness with everything already. There is no separation, okay? And when we are in this reality, functioning from this reality, we buy that we have that limited capacity of only being able to focus on a couple of things at a time, that only God is omnipotent, blah, blah, blah. Easy for me to say today, right? Omnipotent. I give up. All-knowing. We're going to use that word today. Those words. That only God is all-knowing and he sees everywhere and be everywhere and can be everything. what if we're kind of just describing ourselves as well? Okay? What if it's only us buying into this reality that is creating that separation from being able to know all everywhere? Let me ask you guys another question. Remember that light heavy tool I'm asking you guys to use? If it makes you feel light, it's true for you. If it makes you feel or if it makes you feel heavy, it's a lie for you. Okay. So let me ask you guys another question. Truth, as the infinite being that you are, do you know everything? You might not have a cognitive awareness. You notice I've really been talking about the difference between cognitive, right? You might not have a cognitive awareness, but truth, do you know everything? Yeah. Isn't that interesting? In the chat room has been like, yeah, super light. And yes, we all have a bunch of freaking know-it-alls. Yes, we are. And we are. And it's this reality that says we must think about it. We must experience it. We must educate ourselves. We must, do all that kind of stuff before we can know anything. Any of you ever sit there and go, somebody asks you a question like, you're in some strange airport or city somewhere, and they go, so do you know where the post office is? And you're like, I'm not sure, but it feels like if you go down this street, it's that direction. How do you know? Have you ever been to that city? You might have, you might not. But I'm telling you, you guys have all had that experience where you go, it's down there, and you're right. And you may not have physically been there, but you are there already. This is the oneness. This is the consciousness. This is the embodiment. We embody everything. We are everywhere. Okay? We embody technically the chair you're sitting in. I'm sitting in a chair. You may be standing. But you embody the floor. You embody the car. You embody this. This is what we mean about this embodiment, is that you are actually a part of everything, and everything is a part of you, which I know is a strange freaking concept. I get it. It took me a long time to be able to even begin to wrap my head around any of this kind of stuff. Okay? So where does the body fit in? Okay? So everywhere you guys are going to want to try to use your head to figure this out, please would you be willing to destroy and create that, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, puck, all 9 shorts, boys, and beyond. Woo! Talk me, you guys have got me beyond words. Congratulations. The energy on this has gotten me beyond words. How does it get better than that? All right, so where does the body fit into this then? It's like, okay, fine. Oneness, consciousness, we are everywhere we look. I know where things are, even though I've never physically been there, because I embody it and I'm there. I'm consciousness, I'm oneness. Okay. Why the freak do we have a body? If we could know all and be everywhere, why the freak do we have a body? Well, several possibilities. One of them, for me, is what part of this reality would you miss if you didn't have a body? It's like, could you feel the hug of a good friend? Could you pet your favorite animal? Could you taste food and textures? Could you feel the sun, the wind, the rain, the snow? Some people are like, I don't want to feel snow, it's cold. But even about cold or heat, what part of that would you actually miss? Because we always talk about going beyond this reality, okay? Well, let me say we're not always saying that the choice to be here in this reality is a bad thing. There's some good things too. It's just some of the insane places that this reality we've created needs to change. but there's something good about being here or we wouldn't be choosing this, okay? That is one thing I know about all of us. We're not that stupid that we all would have fallen for some trick and been like, ha, 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 you're on Earth now, sucker. No, it's like there's something good about it or we wouldn't be here. So there's actually a lot of this reality that we would miss that is fun, right? So yes, that is part of having a body in this embodiment, is because it gives us so many yummy tactile sensations and feelings and just yumminess, okay? Also, it's a tool for awareness. You guys might have heard me mention this word before, awareness. And it is constantly giving us information for other bodies, for the earth, for it, for you, right? It's constantly giving us information. All right, so another question, what are your bodies made out of? I know space and, and things like that, but look at the actual physicality of our bodies, not the limited physicality, but just the base elements, our bodies. What is it made out of? It's made out of water, made out of, oxygen, minerals, made out of things you can find on the periodic table of elements, okay? Now, what's interesting is where else do you find these elements? Earth. Hey, look, our bodies have a similar chemical, compositional, vibrational makeup like the Earth. Well, isn't that a coincidence? Well, isn't it a good thing, wink, wink, that our bodies are so vibrationally similar and compatible with the Earth that we are on, or our bodies are on? Because, in this whole embodiment thing, are we on the Earth or is our body on the Earth, right? The body's on the Earth. We're playing with it. So it's like, yeah, isn't that a good coincidence? Is it? Or is it the brilliance that we be, that this Earth, this reality, this time that we're choosing to be, we have created a body out of the similar elements, composition, vibration as the Earth, this time, place, location that we are choosing to be also. Yeah, you guessed it. Light, heavy is not a coincidence. We are just that brilliant, okay? And so why would we do that? Well, if we are choosing to be here at this time, at this space, at this place, wouldn't it make sense that we would need a conduit or something to help us tap into this reality and this Earth that we've chosen to be, okay? So what if our body is that? For those of you who have seen the movie Avatar, there are these amazing beings, and they have these tails. They have a tail. And then, they go to some kind of tree, and they plug their tail in the tree, and it connects them. And they become one with the tree, and they receive all the information, and, and they become one. It's consciousness, right? Or they go their version of a horse, and they plug their tails into the horse, and then they can move as one, and, and they become a unit, and one is consciousness, and they are in communion, okay? So for me, when I started looking at this, our bodies are like our tails, plugging us into the beauty, the depth, the sensations, the feelings, the tactile fun and insanities that this reality can be. Like I said, and there must be something great about it or we wouldn't be here. I don't know that many stupid people that we would have been fooled about coming here, right? Like that. So it's like there's something great about it or we wouldn't be here. And you know what? There is actually a lot great about it. And our bodies, is that one of those ways that we are helping to receive information, to be in communion with this earth, this time, this place. And what a gift that is. How beautiful that is. And what else is possible when we actually are willing to receive that oneness, receive that communion, and enjoy it. Yes, folks, what if there is more than one reason to enjoy your body? What if enjoying your body can actually help you become more psychic, become more aware? It's not just about changing your body, it's about changing your life and changing the world. Okay. All right, so we're going to take our last little break. When we come back, I have a question that is kind of that what? Head scratcher, and we'll see what else is possible with that. All right, this is Donnielle. This is Right Body for You. We are on a2zen.fm, and we'll be right back.
What if your body could be an ease and not a burden? What would life be like if you could enjoy your body? What if changing your body was easier than we've been taught? And what if it's not about the latest fad? Join Donnielle each week on Right Body for You as she explores what bodies are and the ease of change that's possible. Each week you will receive inspirational stories of those who've used the Right Body for You energetic tools to change their body and the tools that they used, tools that you can begin to use immediately. Listen for Right Body for You every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on a2zen.fm.
What if there's nothing wrong with you? What if you're far greater than you've ever given yourself credit for? What if it's time to know the gift and the contribution you are to the world and to like yourself a lot more? Hi, my name is Dane here. 13 years ago, I started to truly ask questions. Actually, I started to be the question, and everything changed for me. Asking questions opens doors to infinite possibilities. And it's not about finding the answer. It's about being the question. Always. What I'm inviting you to step into is something that Einstein, Marie Curie, Newton, Da Vinci, Gandhi, Picasso, and Aristotle all knew to be true. What if no question is too big or too small? What if anything is possible for you? What if together we could create a kinder, gentler, happier world? Is now the time? Go to beingyouclass.com and sign up for a free video series, My Gift to You. beingyouclass.com. What if you, truly being you, are the gift and change this world requires? beingyouclass.com.
This is Right Body for You with Donnielle. To participate in the program today, please call in the U.S. 815-880-8255 or Canada 613-800-8763 or UK 4433-0001-0625. You can Skype us at a2zen.fm. Or if you'd like to email a question, please send it to Donnielle@accessconsciousness.com. Now, back to the program.
And welcome back to Right Body for You. This is your host, Donnielle. And I do want to invite you to the Right Body for You workshops that I do all over the world. I just finished one in Seattle, and it was amazing. It was crazy, and it was insane, and we laughed, and we went, oh, a lot. And so I really want to invite you to these Right Body for You workshops. This topic we're exploring today with embodiment, light, heavy. Is your body in you or you in your body? This is just the beginning to these workshops and to the fun and possible. So I would like to invite you to these Right Body for You workshops that I have all over the world. Not just for and welcome back. Apparently somehow I was muted. How does it get better than that? So welcome back to Right Body for You. This is Donnielle, and I do want to invite you to the Right Body for You workshops that I have all over the world. They're fun. You know, this show we're doing today with the topic of embodiment, light, heavy, and are you in your body or is your body in you, and what the freak is a body about anyway? This is just the beginning and just a few of the topics that we explore during this 2.5-day workshop, and it is a workshop because we do fun activities. We do different things to help you rebuild that communication, acknowledge your body, and things like that. And the next one is September 16th through the 19th in Toronto, Canada. And I would love to have you and your body come play with us. And if you can't physically come, it is also live streamed. And then I really encourage you to do a pod. So you have bodies there to play with. Body classes, in my humble opinion, are funner when you have a body to play with besides yours. Just say it. So please do check it out. September 16th through the 19th in Toronto. And we're going to have a lot of fun. We laugh, we giggle, we explore, we go, oh, and we actually expand our awareness of things like we're talking about today, of are you and your body, is your body and you embodiment? What the freak is that? And then what do our bodies have to do with it? And really, what else is possible? So please check it out, DonnielleCarter.accessconsciousness.com to sign up or find out more information on that. And as always, if you have a question, please email me, Donnielle@accessconsciousness.com. Find me on Facebook. I'm not always as good on Facebook messages, so Facebook, play with me and then email me questions. Or if you have a suggestion for the show, I would really like to know what you and your body would like more information about for the radio shows. We have a lot of fun exploring it, seeing what else is possible, and what do you and your body know that could contribute to this? What do you and your body know that you would like more information on? So please do let us know that. We really, really enjoy it. And I also want to invite you to Being You class. I'm having a Being You class in Utah in August. That should be a lot of fun. It's a 1.5-day workshop. And it's going to be here in my apartment, and because the space was asking for it, so we're gonna do that. And just to remind you, next weekend's show, same bat time, same bat channel, same bat crazy host, is Why Is This Showing Up? Okay, so please do check that out. It always goes in a different direction. And like I said, I am energy's bitch. I go where it asks me to go, where you guys ask me to go. Okay? So today we've been exploring, are you in your body or is your body in you? And using the light heavy tool, we kind of went, okay, I get it. My body's in me. What does that mean? And then from there we went to embodiment, embodying this whole reality, that it's more than you are everywhere you look because you've already been there or your attention is there. It's because you just are there. Your oneness, your consciousness, you embody that, you be that. And then your body is something to tap you into more of you, more awareness, more fun. I know it's crazy to say, wait a minute, your body can tap you into more fun? Yes, absolutely. Your body can tap you into more fun sensations, fun activities, activities. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. And then here's an interesting question, because so this is a question. I'm just going to leave you guys with it, see where it goes for you. We have these bodies made up of things from this earth, this time, and it lets us know more about this reality, this earth and this time. Well, what if we have other bodies otherwhere too? Could we be embodying several different places at once? I know. Head scratcher to leave you with. Let me know what you get awareness on. I'm always fascinated. And remember, make it a fun week. Make it a happy week. Please join us next week because I will be. Thanks, everyone. Have a great one. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to Right Body for You. Donnielle will return next Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on A to Zen.fm. We hope you and your body will join us.